I'm Christopher Matthew Spencer. I'm 55. My first film. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I did business. I'm now an actor, writer, and director. That's what's going to happen in this last chapter. Let's see how it goes. I hope you liked the film. It was bloody hard, and it may not be obvious from the actual movie, but there's a lot of digital effects that we toiled over so you didn't notice them, because you're working with things that you don't want people to see, and it's kind of, I feel like it was a very important part of the film is the actors, but then also you don't want the effects to become the actors, right? So you didn't want to take away from the actors. So the original score was a magnificent project of 3 very talented men. The post-production was done by a lot of great people, and of course Ramiro was our producer. Also, he's in front of the camera, and he sourced locations for us. So we have 2 locations, and he helped get us a great location in Hollywood at a place we can't talk about the location, but it was a very special location. It means a lot to us. And why don't you take it from there if you want?
Of course, yeah. We were super excited for this story, as we wanted to make people think, right? Ultimately, it was a world not too far away from today, all right? So making people think and storytelling was our priority through this. We had an amazing writer, CMS, Mr. Matthew Spencer, writer, director, and my friend as well, that brought this vision to life with us. And we were very, very excited about that.
Awesome. So how was this story inspired? I mean, have you thought about selling organs or anything like that?
Well, I have over 200 ideas for features, and this is proof of concept for a movie. I'm hoping to turn it into a film, a feature film. And because I did sales as a young man, I figured I would start with something smaller that I could put my teeth into. And it was an idea that I didn't want it to be like something we've seen before. I wanted it to be weird and crazy and a little off base. And if you didn't catch this, the only normal person seems to be Zephyr, but actually, I saw Zephyr as he's a drug addict. He's a junkie. And so this is his reality of what he sees going on around him. But really, everybody else is kind of normal. But he's not, he's the one he's suffering. Like, we don't see that. He kind of acts normal, and everyone else looks kind of weird, but really, he's the one that's having problems. So you saw that in the meltdown. Of course, that was the moment inspired by Stanley Kubrick, Clockwork Orange, if you recognize the scene. Of course, I give credit to all the people I stole from. Stanley was the greatest, so we took that scene from Stanley Kubrick.
How did at the end, there was an illustration
Yes.
of that was really cool. So
Yes.
how was that created?
So the illustration is done by hand. It's not digital. The part where you see the red market is AI. That was our first image, and then I thought, we got to have something that shows he dies, right? He's actually being taken to, he's being euthanized to steal all his organs, because he doesn't realize that, but he's signing his life away. And we didn't have the money for this effect of having the body and having the organs coming out. So what we decided to do is, we worked with Vlad, is the gentleman's name, and he did a hand-drawn. It's a hand-drawn.
That's impressive.
It's beautiful. It looks just like the actor.
Yeah, it was neat.
It was interesting. He got the actor's face right, which we took some pictures of the actor, and he had to use the photographs as references, but it came out looking like the actor.
It almost looked like a comic.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Right. Well, that's also stolen from The Mandalorian, right? We see the ends of The Mandalorian, and we like those kind of fun images they put up at the end. And so we were inspired by The Mandalorian to use that end credit image that we didn't have the budget to do. So, but in the future, we would like it to be that as the ending.